Welcome to a space for us, a place for us, where you can see our views and feel our vibes and just relate to us. And see that we no different when it comes to what we want out of life. Just different ways of getting there. So ride with us or take a flight. Either way, we all up on a mission. Plus we all inside positions that's significant. So open up and listen to our brand new podcast, where we all gon' keep it raw and real, and that's respectfully. So turn the volume up and catch these feels and chill. Welcome to a space for us, a place for us. Welcome to a space for us, a place for us. Welcome to a space for us. Welcome to a space for us. Welcome to a space for us. You're one of us.
Welcome back to A Space for Us. This evening we're gonna discuss Uhaul Lesbians. Why does it happen? I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience in that, so I'm just gonna leave it to the table to maybe kick up some questions from myself. So.
And let's add that this is a request from a follower. What was the name?
Motor Goddess from YouTube.
Motor Goddess. Okay. Uhaul Lesbians.
Who all moved in quick with somebody, and give y'all reasons for doing that?
Okay. I moved in quick with somebody, but in my late 30s.
What was your quick?
I didn't even start living with my significant other until my 30s, but she moved in with me.
Okay.
But the first relationship that I moved quickly in was like 2015, 2016, so really very recently, mid 30s. And we had already known each other for previous, friendship or whatever. She was like presenting me with something, and I want to say this initially. Studs don't just move in with y'all. Masculine presenting women.
Real question.
That was the real question. Let's see what Motor Goddess
the real
had to say.
question was why are studs so quickly to move in?
Why do studs move in so quickly?
So quickly. I've never in my life done it. Well, yes, I did. I just said I did. I'm saying prior to that, I hadn't even stayed with my woman. None of them.
So you're saying that you never initiated it?
I've never initiated it.
Okay.
And she never stayed with
I never stayed with my women until that time, and that's because she asked me to move in with her.
Gotcha.
And hell yeah, let's do this. It was only my second relationship residing with my significant other, and again, that started at 30. Mm-hmm. So that's not a true thing with me or my friends. I take it as disrespect. Don't be asking question. But it's some out there that actually are bad at it. So
I have my ideas about why it happens.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Or how it happens. I don't know. Like both, I guess, why and how. But I don't know. Maybe we should go around the table and start.
Give our experiences first, and then
okay.
Start with Jazz.
We can start with me. I definitely done that plenty of times. I did it in my 20s. I know I'm 31. I came in my 30s.
New. So you say did it. You've definitely moved in quick.
Yeah, I moved in quick. I think it was like, if I can remember it, like twice. I've done it twice. And it was the person asking me to move in. And honestly, I thought, like when I went to LA, I needed help. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I was in a position where I needed somebody to help me pay the half of the rent and things like that. So it was convenient for both. It was convenient for both of us. Mm-hmm. So I made the decision to do that there. But when I was in my recent, I don't want to say that.
Your recent situation.
When I was in my recent situation, I moved in quickly. I knew her like prior, probably like for a few years or so, but I think that it was convenient for me to move in with her because I was traveling so much to her crib, and I lived or I worked like super far away from her house, but I worked closer to my house. So I was like, this is convenient when she asked me.
So both situations was pretty much convenience. Okay.
Right? And so it was also too like, cause you know, my lease was up. My lease was gonna be up soon, and I was like, well, maybe this is the right choice. I mean, I was hesitant. I ain't gonna lie. Like it was a hesitation, but I think those two factors kind of played into my decision to move in pretty quickly. So
can I ask, like, what is quick? Like, you know what I mean? Like on both situations, like you guys.
Yeah, you do.
Like, in a relationship, what does quick look like? Because you both say you knew the women prior. Did you know the first one in LA? You had known her, or like you're like, I met her, I like you. You wash dishes, let's do it. Yeah.
So the first one was literally probably 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
The last one was about 6 to 7 months that we were in a relationship together. Okay. And then I moved in.
What about you, Nuki?
For me, that relationship, we jumped in the relationship probably 3 months in, and then I moved in that third month in.
Just same month y'all got together?
Same month we got together. I was asked like a few days later.
You the one.
I wasn't. Yeah, cause
Nah, never happened.
Okay. Twin. That was quick.
I mean, it's service.
She done pulled a Keisha on us.
and don't ask me why.
It never happened. Was there a situation or like a time when
A reason.
a woman wanted you to do that? And you was
Yeah,
like,
but
I'm not game? Like,
right, but I wouldn't do it. Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
So
I'm
she
not.
was asked,
yeah, but
she
I'm
was
not.
like, nah, that ain't me.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I've been asked. Yeah, it's the same thing. I've only lived with my partner once, like one time.
Yeah.
That's it. And when that happened, honestly, I was asked. I literally was leaving the state. I was in a position to relocate, and so I was doing that. And I was like, the relationship was so new. I wasn't mature enough to even think about a long distance relationship. I was like, yo, I got opportunity. You know what I mean? Remember this? I'm like, I got opportunity to make a move. And I actually had a toss up between two states that I was getting ready to travel to like just go. And they were like, have you ever visited? And I was like, nah, but I can do this. And they were like, yeah, you know what? Let's go visit and we'll apartment hunt. I said, we'll do it? I said, okay. You know what I'm saying? All right, I get it. And for me, that was someone reaching for me. So I was like, all right, okay, if she's willing to uproot, then I'm gonna ride with it.
Exactly. Okay.
Didn't do it after that.
What about you, Twin?
I was gonna let you go first. Yeah.
What's going on there?
I don't think I had quick move-ins. And y'all know my memory is terrible, so please refreshing it if I've had. I think like with the first serious relationship that I've had, I was like 19. I was there a lot, but I never moved in. We didn't move in or have a move-in situation until after we dated for I think 2 years or something like that. I never had a quick move-in. I barely live with any woman I've dealt with.
You said barely.
Yeah. No, I mean
Barely.
I can honestly, if I'm counting for real, it was 2. Only 2 women I've ever.
Yeah.
And they were
That's it.
2 4-year relationships. The only 2 4-year relationships I've had. So, and that was the quickest one, the second one, because we were dealing with each other. My lease was up. You remember I fake moved to Atlanta? And it came back, but after her situation was done and she moved into her new crib and my lease was up, she did not want me to leave.
So that was the quick one, or that was the
that was the quickest one, but it wasn't quick to me.
What's quick? That's what I was asking. Like, what is quick, and when did you move in?
I think that was like a good year.
Y'all dated for a year before y'all were together? I mean, before you moved in?
We dealt, yep.
Serious?
Dealt
so
or were
that's
together?
fast for you.
You know, it was situations that happened in between, but we dealt with each other for a year.
Okay.
And
I didn't recognize
you know, the way
that.
my memory's set up to give you
I didn't
like
recognize
exact
that.
details is like good luck. But I just know it wasn't quick.
Yeah.
It was, I knew, okay, we can do this. And I want to give my reasons why I think if that's okay. But
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
no, I want to get the rounds first, and then we give our views on why we think it does take place, especially with Nat, since she never done it.
Okay.
See,
Yeah, I
well,
never moved in quick either. I just lived with
mine wasn't quick either. I moved in probably with all mine, but probably moved in with all mine because because I only had a couple of serious relationships, and all a couple of serious relationships, and we did eventually together.
And remember, her relationships are 5+ years.
Yeah,
and stuff, so let's remember that.
So
She be in
when
there.
I be in my
With 5+
This ain't Uhaul, this long haul.
They need
So the reason, yeah, I don't play too much. No, the reason for in college I moved in with one of them. Well, the first time I moved in with somebody, that was the very first time I moved in with a female. That's because I lost my apartment and shit. So, and then and she had my back. The other ones, it was like, I don't know what you doing out there. You got to move in with me. Like, wait a minute, hold on. But we all came to a mutual agreement, and like you said, it's about a couple months, 2-3 months that we was dating.
Is that quick for you? Is that quick for you? Would you consider that quick?
She was 19. Hell yeah.
She said no.
No, the first one I moved into a year after the very first one. But the recent ones, the recent relationship I had is 3 months. Not for me.
So
3 months,
3 months, I know.
You love this table.
To live with someone, to move in with and reside with 3 months. I've done
I'm
it,
a Virgo.
but I can't.
I'm a Virgo, so I
won't
pay
do it
attention
again.
to detail. Like I will analyze a person for a minute. By 3 months, I know if I want to be with you or not.
Yeah, in this relationship, it took us over a year to reside with each other in this relationship, and we just made 3 years. So, but it took us over a year to do that.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Go ahead.
That second person, you said that she wanted you to move in because she was like, you need to be here because I don't know what you're doing outside.
Yeah, it was just probably
wanted to watch over you.
insecure. She wanted to. It's probably insecure.
She wanted to watch
at
over.
that time because if y'all know who I was,
You was like,
y'all probably
yeah,
be
I'm a
fool too. I've been being a fool.
It sounded like that. I gathered that from when you said it.
But see, the person that asked the question, it's like, I wonder why she asked that question.
Why do studs want to move in quick?
Yeah, because
You had to
I
tell
don't know
someone
too
no?
many. I don't know too many studs that do that. That's
it's
a
always
different
the
caliber.
woman
Yeah, it's really the woman.
I mean,
I'm
we
not gonna
all
say
women.
always the feminine presenting one. I'm not gonna say it's always her that's asking or anything, but I'm saying that the women, you guys that I surround myself with that I know personally aren't doing that.
Right.
And we've always really heard stories like that where women would come to us like, why do y'all do that? And not
Not
we
us.
don't.
hold on. Hold on. For real.
I feel like it is important to move with your partner. I think you see people better.
At the right time, though.
I really do. I mean, even if you don't want to waste any more time, you want to U-Haul and see a person, because I feel like we present ourselves a certain way in the beginning, and I think you get to see a person a little bit better when you move with them, like how clean they are, everything, how they take care of the home, how they take care of themselves. I think it's not a negative. Like, I don't think, saying like you should look at it like, well, I should. No, that's how you see people better. And I've known people that have been in relationships for a long time, never lived together. And then as soon as they live together, they do
break
not
up.
like each other.
So are you putting
Quarantine.
a time on it? So because would you put a time on it? Because that's how you looked at it, living in different households. You gonna be here 2-3 weeks. I'm gonna be there 2-3 weeks. We're still getting to learn each other's living habits.
Yeah.
You know I'm about to leave my
still-
motherfucking
that
clothes
could be
over here. You know that. And that's what I asked her when I did, because I actually relocated from the city to the suburbs, and I asked her, are you ready, for this?
Yeah.
Because I'm coming with a bunch of clothes, bunch of shoes, I'm coming with,
I think I never initiated living with somebody like in my past relationships, because I am a Leo. I love my space. I love just waking up farting sometimes. Not,
So you don't wake up
And
and
there's
fart?
nothing
not
wrong
having
with
to hold it.
with
You
a
do it in
AM
your sleep.
message.
You don't gotta wake up to fart. You do it in your sleep, man.
I'll be right there. Yeah.
That's why you gotta wake up and fart.
And let me tell y'all how bad it is. If I have to fart, I wake up because God be like, she next to you.
So to this day, you want to live with a person and hold your poop?
No, I'm gonna get up and find somewhere to go. I
what I'm
literally been to my truck a couple of times to let it out.
You gotta be telling me.
I'm not.
Wait a
I
minute.
feel like, no, okay, look, and I know y'all probably oppose this, and that's fine. But I am big on my partner remaining attracted to me, and I feel like once a person
Who
gets
gonna
too
oppose that?
I'm just saying, like, no, because some people be like, no, you can't fart in front
she
of your.
wants you sick.
I know people that's been married for a long time, and the woman just would not do it.
Let me ask
Yeah,
you.
that's
Cool
how
with
that.
I was just about to
Fart
ask
in
you
front
that.
of me? See,
No,
I'm not saying.
So you
I'm
found
not
that
saying
in
maybe
question?
poop. I'm not saying
That's the
maybe
end
I
poop.
question.
disagree with what she said.
However,
I'm like,
you
damn,
better not
y'all
hold
ain't-
that shit in.
Yeah, for me,
I'm going to release it. Sometimes it could just
I'm
ease
talking about
out.
how you feel about.
You better release
I feel
it.
like
And
if
you can't
my,
hear it or smell it because my farts don't stink like that unless I'm sick.
if my partner is
Unless you
farting
got
in front of
shit.
me, that means she love me, G.
Unless you got
if your partner what?
If my partner is farting around me, that means she love me.
Exactly.
I feel like you not attracted to me if you do.
I mean,
Something is wrong with her.
don't care, y'all
What
look
the
at me.
fuck?
We gonna let everybody do it again. What?
I feel like you not attracted to me. Not, it's not that
gas.
I'm saying if you get so comfortable when you just nasty with it, like I've been
What's
with.
nasty?
This is what I'm saying.
That mean you accept me for who I am.
I've seen women literally lift up their cheeks like, my bad. Like, no.
So that's okay.
So that's a
if you
turn up
just
for you.
fart because it just
I
come
think
out,
I
that's
still be
different.
So to you, there are
If she
pretty
lift up-
farts
Nah.
and nasty farts.
We in the crib.
To you,
We are.
to you,
I just-
we are, but still, to you, there are
Another
pretty
episode.
farts
No.
and ugly farts.
Honestly,
So y'all.
In question.
honestly, I've been with a woman who it was very hard for her to turn me off outside of her attitude anyway.
She pulled it.
No, I said it was hard anyway. So that means even when she did that, I didn't look at her like I would look at other women.
I have so many questions.
No, man, we're sticking to the top.
Let's
No,
get to
this
the
is-
top.
This
Go
gotta
to
be
that,
another
though.
topic. We have to form this question in a way
we
where
right.
we
Okay.
We don't even have to talk about this on camera. We gonna as soon as we in, we like, all right, now look.
I'm shocked.
Crazy.
I am.
Yeah,
Look, and we're gonna swing it back to
Can I
why
add
do lesbians
to
U-Haul?
that?
No.
No.
Oh.
What you were talking about? Why is it's not negative?
It's not a negative.
So I think too, like some women who are like, I guess in the between 30 and 40, I think they're set like in their mind is like I'm ready to get into this relationship and start my life. So I want to get into this relationship because
Level
I've been
up
single
fast.
for fucking 5 years.
And that was my point of view.
Yeah, I've been single for 5 years. So when this person gonna be my person.
Oh,
That was my life.
That was a word.
This person gonna
Like,
be
I
my
was single
person.
for
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna propose to move with them.
and that's nothing wrong for having an aim. I think it's very important to have
I
an
think
aim.
intentional. I think you know what I'm saying. Instead of aim, like that means like I feel targeted. No, I'm just saying like for
It's still intentions.
Yeah,
if I aim for something, I have intentions.
Yeah,
it's still
yeah,
intentions.
I agree.
You could change the word. It's still the same thing.
we talk about words.
I'm saying like I know I get it, but my intentions matter. So whatever you're aiming for, like you have a goal. Like I don't want to get into a relationship and not move towards something. You know what I mean? I know what I want to move towards. So I don't think anything is wrong with that. It's not really being set in your ways. It's knowing what you want.
Yes.
I think that it's more attractive even right now for me to have a partner or to meet a woman, because to meet a woman who is intentional about things. You know what I'm saying? So like my whole aspect of like why women U-Haul, because I don't think it's studs. I think it's women. I think that lesbians U-Haul or at least that's what.
I don't even know a U-Hauling feminine woman.
Yeah, no,
the woman. I'm sorry, the woman that I moved in. I asked her to move in.
I thought you said she asked you.
No. That's the one. The first person that asked me to move in. I was
Okay.
35.
Okay,
But the
okay.
first person that I stayed with, or she stayed with me, she moved in with me with her children.
Okay. Bam.
Go ahead, I'm sorry though.
I almost lost it.
You did it. You got it.
I could definitely tell the difference between the person I moved in California from, the person I moved with in my prior situation. Like, there's a big difference between that age and that just that time in general.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I could agree with that. I think where I was going with that was going back to the actual questions, why studs or why a masculine woman would move in quick. I guess that's Mo that got this question. I think that from what I've seen, even though it's none of us right here, there's still like a lot of lack. Just like how we always talk about how we are treated a certain way because of our masculine presenting ways. I think that, and what I saw in our community just here in Chicago, like I saw when it was people moving in together, like, this is horrible to say, but the girl had like kids in Link. She had like kids in the Link car at the crib, and they didn't have those stable features in their life where they was trying to, you know what I mean?
What,
They
the
had
stud did it?
No, I've like as we were, not us of course, but from what I've seen, and we know I came across
It's
a
a
lot of different
benefit.
kind of women. You know what I mean?
Can
Came across
benefit from it.
Yeah, it was like for them in those young times. That's what I saw. I'm like,
I think
dang.
they called them like baby studs. And
They
it
still
was-
call them doing, and
they
they
was
started
trying to-
babying them. They kept babying them. Like I've seen, like, and it's some older women who prey on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like you 35, you meet a 23-year-old young.
I need somebody to take out the
chick.
trash.
Not even take out the trash, because she got two kids. One is 8 and one is 10. They taking out the trash.
Okay.
Shorty does that.
Getting the remotes and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, cracking and you know what I'm saying, and like using a blink card, going grocery shopping for it, doing the laundry and stuff. I've seen that. So to answer that particular question, because I was sitting here thinking about that actual question, like what she might have experienced was Nuki's question. Like, what did you see? What happened within that? That's a question for you. What I've seen when there were like U-hauling, but there wasn't even no U-haul. It was like bring that backpack that usually got the
Yep,
joint in
do.
it and how your drawers in.
And I think a lot of
Maybe
it
a little
is
toothbrush on the side.
a lot of it is why not too, especially if you spending a lot of time with an individual. You know what I mean? It's like we together.
And you over there all the time.
I'm over here all the time. You over here all the time. Why not merge households and cut the bills a little bit?
I was just gonna say, cut
You know
the
what I mean?
bills
Cut those
down.
living expenses. I think it'd be a lot of why not behind that too.
Absolutely.
You can only do that when you faithful.
And,
That's
that part too, 'cause
why
that's
you
where I was about to go. Because just to piggyback on the age thing, in my 20s, I was not going to be staying with no woman.
Got you.
I
In my
always
20s,
thought
I
I was
had
faithful though.
one serious relationship where I was back and
Fair
forth, but I was not going to do that in my 20s.
Yeah.
You know, in my 30s, I was in a different mind frame for myself to settle down.
You know
as far as
what? I love y'all level of awareness at that time because I didn't have that. I didn't know that I needed to really invest in my growth and healing period and letting go of certain things that I've witnessed growing up in order for me to be wholeheartedly in a relationship. So I always tried to show up as what I desired to be, but I never invested in actually becoming that. So I thought I could be faithful. I thought I could be good to you. I thought I was all of these things that I really never invested in becoming.
Yeah,
So
I was real with that shit. I'm not ever getting married. Look at me today.
And
I thought I would
Never
have
doing
nothing to
this.
have.
I'm
said that too.
Yeah, I'm staying.
And even though, like, it's not a negative
Got a
to
whole-
the move in, right?
No.
And you mentioned like it helps you see a person. I literally spent 5 years in those years in love with a person, and we were not in the same state, yet alone in the same household. So I don't disagree with like it's a thing. You get to see a person. It does definitely. It's a driving force when there isn't the immediate physical intimacy that can be given to you. You know what I mean? So we drew on each other, and we grew to know each other. We had to learn each other. We had to understand those intricacies. When we did have an opportunity to, God and the universe don't make no mistakes, because of COVID, we had opportunity to live together like all the time. But we spent weeks at a time together. So we would do like, when we traveled, it was a week. You know what I mean? Like no less than like 4 or 5 days. And for me, when I went there, I'm staying like a whole 7. You know what I mean?
Did
So,
you get to see more?
when we lived together? Honestly, I knew my person by that time. We were 3.5, 4 years in. You know what I mean? So I knew my person to the point where this is where I will give her flowers. You know what I mean? She knew how to be my partner. I didn't like to the point where it was, yes, the physical things were missing, but she knew when I didn't have the necessary meals for the day. She knew what was up with my laundry. You know what I'm saying? Like
Essentials.
She knew.
She took care of you.
She was mindful, just in a different.
Yeah, but that made a difference. Like if I fell short on like, man, I don't like outside food. Anybody who knows me, I don't really care for outside food. Guess what? If I didn't have time to go grocery shopping, my groceries were delivered. You know what I mean? Like that, and it wasn't something I had to ask. She was like, oh, did you go grocery shopping? I don't think, she knew I didn't. So women ask questions, they know the answers to. I ain't go grocery shopping. Groceries at the door. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, guys, like she posed the question as far as studs. Why do studs?
We don't.
You know, we don't.
Not for real.
I don't feel like we do. I really don't. I feel like, and if we do,
It's for a reason.
it's for a reason. And like she said, you got the link.
That refrigerator gonna be stacked.
That
No, we gonna
platinum.
eat.
We good.
Especially if you cook.
But
No, we gonna eat.
boy, why do femmes ask us to move in?
So that's the question for you guys to answer in the comment section. So we're going to close this out with a question. What does a healthy relationship look like for you?
Whoa. I'll go first. I'll go first.
She married. She go first.
For sure.
No, because it's weird. It means, for me, it's like I can see my own growth. So that's how I know this is healthy. I'm growing. I'm changing. I'm changing things that I said I wouldn't do. I would never do that. I'm doing it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Okay. What about keep it just as sweet as next?
Ooh.
Because y'all know our time on these cameras.
We got 3 minutes.
What does a healthy relationship look like?
I think it's loving your person in their love language and also yours. So it's reciprocated
Okay.
and it's pure.
Yeah. What's your bird?
I'm gonna definitely say reciprocity. I'm a giver, so a healthy relationship for myself is someone who's able to not necessarily give in a physical form, but able to pour into me. That's what would be healthy for me, because I'm always gonna do.
Okay.
I love the growth thing and the learning part. You know, a healthy relationship is communication and acknowledging when, you know, you're wrong and when you're happy and when you're not happy, acknowledging those points in the relationship, being able to do that, you know, that's for me.
How about you, twin?
Yeah, same thing. Knowing your person, you know. I think a healthy relationship, you know her, she know you, and y'all go from there.
Yeah. I mean, paying attention to one another, of course. Self accountability, taking care of your individual self, both parties, and then taking care of each other. Of course, communication.
Of course.
Is definitely key. And knowing when to say I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry
big
would save
key.
a lot of
Relationships.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
Well, now I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah,
Because you're not sorry as an individual. Just some of the things we do is sorry.
Situations may be sorry.
All right, we appreciate. Oh wait, that's y'all close up.
I'm in the corner.
We actually do appreciate you guys watching. I'll just go ahead and take that.
Yeah.
We do appreciate you guys watching every week. We see the comments, we see the suggestions, and just know that we are looking into it, and those type of topics are coming to you soon.
And thanks for the energy exchange.
Appreciate you.
Leave your comments. Keep sharing. Keep showing love. We appreciate y'all.
Yep, keep it coming.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Yeah,
Peace.
love y'all.
I don't know about it. That's what.